Yeah, that state representative, Minnie Gonzalez, originally from Puerto Rico, she tells me Hurricane Fiona and the current situation is terrible, describing destroyed homes and people still without power or water. Now, this storm hitting nearly 5 years since Hurricane Maria pummeled Puerto Rico, and as the territory looks to recovery efforts, some asking, are there lessons to be learned from the response to Maria?
After Maria, after 5 years, so I never thought we were going to have another one. And it catch me and my husband by surprise.
Representative Gonzalez traveled to Puerto Rico to visit family, never expecting to live through a Category 1 hurricane.
It was terrible. It was a bad experience. Going through the hurricane and going through that experience, totally different, and it was terrible.
Gonzalez says after Hurricane Maria, she raised money. Now she's starting relief efforts again, but says this time it's more difficult, saying many people are still living with blue tarps from Maria.
This hurricane has hit them at one of the worst times because they are just on the verge of achieving some progress on reconstruction.
Wednesday's emergency declaration grants access to individual and public assistance for residents impacted by the storm. Blumenthal and his fellow Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy signed a letter with 41 other lawmakers urging President Biden approve this declaration. But Blumenthal says emergency aid isn't enough.
More than just repairing or patching, there has to be reconstruction and a permanent solution. We need to make sure that we treat our fellow Americans in Puerto Rico more fairly and sufficiently to meet their needs, just as we would any Americans.
A new 900-page report from the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights this week examined FEMA's response to Hurricane Maria. This is the first time the commission has assessed the civil rights implications of a disaster response ever. Officials saying this report shows FEMA fell short in a number of situations. Blumenthal told me what has been lacking so far is a long-term perspective, hoping now the government takes an all-hands-on-deck approach. Live in the newsroom, Emma Wolf-Forst, Fox 61 News.